evening once again. My name is Ansi, and on the behalf of Power Up, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each one of you. I'm the founder of ANS Academy. At ANS Academy, we deal with all your troubles concerned with the language English, be it confidence building or just forming sentences, or trying to get that perfect job, or just an independent job, just wanting to be a speaker. We do it all for you. Let me introduce Power Up. Power Up. This is a platform where businesses of diverse fields come together to create a difference. At Power Up, we believe in one motive. If you grow, we grow with you. The founder of Power Up, Jaya Oban, is not with us right now, but yes, I would love to tell you more about it. My friend Nisha will be putting up the details of Power Up and all its social media handles. We would love to see you on board. Without much further ado, let me introduce to you Prem Raj, who is back with a much-awaited Prem Raj series. KV Prem Raj is an author and international speaker on leadership and management. KV Prem Raj spent 37 years in the banking sector, holding senior positions in the retail banking. Prem Raj has also been the CEO of a group of companies of leading private bank, a BPO with a headcount of over 21,000. Prem Raj is the co-author of 3 books, all of which have scaled the Amazon #1 bestsellers list. Prem Raj's views have been published in the Economic Times, Business Standard, Financial Express, Indian Express, and other periodicals. His ideas and suggestions are futuristic. He has been hosting talk shows on different platforms, interacting with diverse individuals from around the world. Prem Raj is based in Mumbai and lives with his wife, mother-in-law, son, daughter-in-law, and pet cat. Today, he's back with yet another amazing person as a guest. Let's hear it from the man himself. Over to you, Mr. Prem Raj.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you for that very kind introduction. Today on the show, we have a pair of charming ladies. Let me introduce them. First, it's Sapna. Sapna is a life coach. She's a co-founder of Scrua Life Coaching. She's the anchor for 2 YouTube channels of Scrua. She's also an NLP practitioner and art of living teacher for parenting workshops called Know Your Child. Sapna is an avid traveler, having visited several countries of Europe, US, Australia, Indonesia, and Egypt, and large parts of India. She's a blogger, a student of classical music and Sanskrit higher studies. Her partner and the other lady that we have on the show is Aarti Burch. She's a co-founder of Scrua Life's Coaching. She's a life transformational coach. She's an NLP practitioner, energy healer, and meditation instructor. She guides young adults and is available for counseling special kids and their parents. She has been an eminent speaker at cultural events and social clubs. Aarti has authored multiple books and columns. Both Swapna and Aarti have been practicing yoga and meditation for some time, which has been very helpful to them in their work life. Welcome to the show, Swapna and Aarti.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you here. So let's dive deep in. Swapna, the first 2 questions to you. In this journey as a life coach, what has been your experiences?
First of all, Prem Raj sir, thank you so much for that warm welcome. And in the beginning itself, I want to thank Power Up and you for organizing this interview. Now, as a life coach, I would say this journey has been very exciting and enriching, and more than anything, very, very satisfying. And I believe in industries or in professions like that, unless you have the true intention and a wish to help people and make difference in others' life, you can't really go on. You can't really go long in this journey. Because at times listening to people's problems, their issues can actually drain down your energy and increase your stress level. So, helping people and helping them get back their confidence, seeing the positive side of life, I always had that in me. But with life coaching, now I find myself more equipped to help people become their best version. So, in this journey, we come across various kinds of people from various parts of the country and the world, and in the various stages of life. Some of them are looking for something extra in their life and they're ready to take those extra steps to bring about those changes. Some are actually just focusing on probably one area, could be career or relationship, and they just want to solve that problem. And yet there are some who don't really want to make any change in their life. So, all those kinds of people we talk and interact with, it is such an interesting journey for us because every person I feel is like a book. And with every session, we open up a couple of pages. So even we don't know as life coaches what's going to come next. And at the end of the sessions, when we see them happy going back, satisfying, getting more clarity, I think there is nothing more satisfying than that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. You have traveled to many places and that too many times as a solo traveler. What has been your observation about people and their problems?
Uh, so travel is basically very close to my heart, which I'm actually now missing because of the COVID times. Wherever I've traveled to, Imraj, I've observed that people are generally very good. Even if there are differences in terms of cultures and language and food, etc. At the bottom, when you really talk to them, connect to them, you realize that everybody is looking for happiness, love, peace, and security in their life. So more or less, the problems, the kind of problems they have, the issues they have, it's the same across the world. And that's very interesting. So in all these countries like Paris and everything, I may not know the language, but it's always the heart to heart talk that has helped me connect with people. So it has been very, very enriching and self-transforming journey for me as well. I have a lot of experiences and stories to share, which I've actually shared on my blog as well.
So the language of the heart is common.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's now get Aarti on the show. Aarti, as a relationship counselor and coach, what has been your experience?
Yeah, thank you first of all for having me and Swapna and giving us this opportunity, and that also on such a wonderful day of on the occasion of Women's Day, reaching out soon. And as a relationship coach, I have variety of experiences, and basically throughout the COVID time, actually, there has been so many cases where the relationship has gone undergone tremendous changes, and people have seen, like, first few days families were really connecting with each other and people were really happy because they were at home. But afterwards, things started really changing, and lot of places people started having domestic issues. Then people were losing jobs, and that was having a lot of stress on relationships. And I'm working as a life coach as well as a psychological counselor, because I've done my master's in clinical psychology. So I was dealing with people and helping them to cope up with their stress and anxiety related issues as well. And all of these are adding to the relationships. So right now the relationships are really undergoing a change. I would not say it is a lot of stress or anything. They're really undergoing a change. The interaction patterns are changing. Everybody's trying to adjust to the new normal. And every place we go, there are relationships, right? When we talk about relationship, people normally figure out only romantic relationship. But that is just not the only relationship that we have in life. In life we have parent child relationship. In life we have a relationship with our neighbors and colleagues also. And all of these relationships are undergoing changes, and we see a lot of people there who really require help. And I concentrate on two types of relationship. One is of course a relationship between the couples, and let it be post marital or pre-marital or marriage counseling, or even for live-in or romantic relationship for that case. And other is the adolescent and the young adults and the parent child relationship. And lot of time what happens is when the parents come to me and they give that adolescent and say isko fix karo, but actually then we discover ki the issue is with the parenting. So it's been a very interesting journey, and with God's grace I'm able to help a lot of people, and I hope it just continues.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. I like the way you put it. The parents are the issue. Parents need to be set up first. From the clients that you have dealt with, what are the common areas that causes issues in relationships?
Yeah, I'm really thankful you asked that question, because I've been doing a lot of relationship workshops as well, and also with Rotary Club and other clubs where they help people with young leadership. I've been a regular speaker on those events, and as well as with the cases that I am dealing with. Basically, there are two eminent issues that come up again and again and again. One is prominently being the communication, and a lot of times it's the miscommunication actually. Like people are talking logistics, they are dealing with day to day problems, and there are dialogues happening in the family, they are having outings outside also, or they are enjoying their day to day life. But the heart to heart talk, or the talk where like I'm feeling low, and why do I want why do I feel the need to go and share it on social media? Why can't I share it with my own family? Why can't I catch somebody in my own family and say, please listen to me? That is one of the major problem. And people are really having very less time for each other. And they are more connected to the digital world than they are connected with each other. And a lot of times when I start with these sessions, I make it a point to have like a joint family session. So let it be a couples counseling, or let it be a parent child thing. I make it a point to have a family setup and family a joint family session where we actually talk about these things, and then people come and say that, oh, we have never thought about it, that yes, this is an important point. So I think breakage of communication channels is the number one issue, and when we deal with it, a lot of other things start falling in place.
Yeah, you rightly put it. You need to open communication channels between members, and it's rightly said. Communication is the greatest skill on planet Earth.
Really.
Now let's come to Sapna. From Sprua, you both have been instrumental in transforming lots of lives. Can you tell our audience a bit about your organization?
So, sir, through how we started with the idea that we want to bring about some good change in people's life, help them figure out what are they good at, right? So there's a lot of negativity already around, and I believe everybody has something special. Everyone on this planet has some purpose to live, and it is just a perspective change to look at yourself. So we thought of making some self-help programs. Of course, they are based on industry models, but then we give them our flavor and make them little simple to use and implement, and yet they're very effective. So, of course, the basic mission is to bring about good change in people's life and equip themselves to help themselves and find out their better version. I mean, once they know the techniques, they understand, grasp it, we want them to become able and help themselves going forward and don't come back to us every time they have a problem. So that's the idea. And overall, have a happy, peaceful life. We all have stress in the life, but how do we balance both the things? That's the whole idea. And of course, before COVID times, we used to have offline workshops, and like everybody else, we launched online programs. So we have right now 2 online modules on Udemy, and for which we got really good response. We got good reviews, and we have about 200 students right now on Udemy. So that we are really happy about. So that's the idea about Sprua, why we started Sprua, and a little bit about our mission.
Nice to know you're going places. Well done.
Thank you.
Aarti, now the next question to you. Other than your programs, how do you otherwise connect with people?
Yeah, so from Sprua, we make it a point that we are not only running these personal coaching and group coaching programs, and we also run these couple of corporate workshops. But we make it a point that we have our Sprua FB page. So from which from time to time we take up issues which are like the current running issues, and we are live at least every fortnight or so. We are live with those current topics, as well as we make it a point that from our both the channels, like we have Sprua Life Coaching as the English channel, and we have started with Sprua Samvadini, which is a Marathi channel. And why we started with a Marathi channel is a lot of these things are not getting shared. A lot of this knowledge which is required is not getting shared in the local languages, and a lot of people had actually requested us that a lot of these concepts are like, they are good concepts and we want to know about it, like concepts like self belief, or transforming yourself, or resilience, or like the current series which I am running, which is astrology psychology relationship series, and it is crossing 1,000 views already. So people are
Oh,
really interested. Thank you. And so we have a very great response over there. So we make it a point to bring up interesting topics from both these channels, and we do our webinars, we do conduct our workshops. Also we keep on doing some free complimentary webinars in between, where we and the idea is not to do promote our programs or marketing. It's just to share the knowledge, and we try to get to as many people as we can. And now we are going to come up with a new initiative where we'll be running some meditation and spirituality series for small and medium scale organizations, because a lot of people are still struggling up with these ideas of coping with the new normal. Yeah, so we try to always connect with people as much as possible.
that's nice. And that's nice to know you're not only dealing with English, but you're going into the deeper geographies and talking to people in their languages. That's
Yeah,
something very, very good.
yeah. And will be sharing those links, and we would really like people to visit our channels and do subscribe, because people who have subscribed has really given us nice feedback.
Thank you. I'll do that too.
Thank you, sir.
Aarti, you're also an author, speaker, and columnist. Tell us a bit about a literary journey.
Oh yeah, basically I have been writing since childhood. So I had that flair for writing. Even in school, when we used to have make those Diwali projects, I would write my poems or my essays or concepts, and I will make that as my Diwali project. But since last few years, I have taken writing as a really sincere business, and I've started sharing my thoughts. So I had joined a program during the COVID times with the digital journey for the coaches, and there with 10 other coaches I have co-authored a book, which is a collection of articles. It is called Rise and Shine, and 11 keys to do that. And that is available on Amazon, and that is a collection of articles, and we are share our views on different topics. And my other book is Emozil. Emozil is the saga of emotional lockdown. So what we have done is I have again co-authored it with a medical practitioner, and we have 11 stories in this book, which are based, all the stories are based on real life experiences, and it is based on the backdrop of COVID situation, but it is not about COVID. It is basically about the challenges in life and how you face those challenges. And every story talks about a different thing, and people who have read it, and actually quite a few people have reviewed it also, and they have given us a feedback that you have not like left any area which is untouched in this book. And I have been writing in variety of columns, both on digital as well as printed media. And I do share again in a Marathi magazine also. I share my ideas about emotional and psychological issues. So it has been a great journey so far, and I really look forward to it. And it is really great when people are really liking the ideas I'm sharing.
Yeah, people will always appreciate the good things in life, and if you're making a difference to society, that is going to be appreciated.
Yeah, yeah.
And we are happy to have you on our show.
Thank you, thank you.
Swapna, as a social responsibility in terms of transforming life, are you doing anything for society other than your paid programs?
Sapna, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. So that's a very interesting question, because as a social group, so even if when we are coaching one person, that has what do you say, ripple effect, right? One person changes, there is an impact on his family and people around. And at Sprua also we believe in, not just making a temporary change, but a change which will last with them for lifetime. So as a social responsibility, of course, other than our paid programs, we do free workshops. And one such workshop we did last year was for the destitute females from government remand homes. And I must tell you that we should not underestimate the intelligence and the skills that this section of the society has, because we were happily surprised when we were conducting these workshops. The kind of answers we used to get, I think some of the answers you would not even get from very intelligent people. And so it was an amazing experience, and they had good time. They had such a different insights into such topics they have never heard before. So whatever they are doing in their life, I'm sure they would be implementing some part of it. So for us also, money is one part, but these experiences, these workshops is something we really enjoy, and those give us, I think, the most satisfaction. So even in future, obviously, we plan to do such workshops whenever we get an opportunity, especially for these sections of the society which are underprivileged and who can't really afford to pay. It's difficult for them to avail such services. And having said that, Sprua, of course, we are doing that. I really want Aarti to add, because Aarti is also working for many NGOs. Like I'm working for Art of Living for Know Your Child, which is a parenting workshop. Again, a very satisfactory workshop. All this is never for money. This is something we do for our satisfaction. And I know Aarti is doing a lot of work for a lot of NGOs. I really want her to tell that to the audience indeed.
Yeah, so I'm a secretary for an NGO called We Together Foundation Grain Bank Concept, and we provide food support, grain support to a lot of other NGOs which are working across Maharashtra and supporting a lot of other causes. But as a coach and as a adolescent coach and a parenting counselor, I've been associated with NGOs who are working for special kids, let it be cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or other issues. I am currently working with an organization very closely who are helping the kids with autism. So I'm coaching a lot of these special kids, and with kids, their parents also, and doing the workshops with them. And as any other adolescents are having problems, even they have problems, but their problems are even aggravated because they are a lot of times they have either physical or intellectual disabilities, but they have a very very kind heart, and it really gives real satisfaction to work with them. So therefore I think it's a very apt term when they're called special kids.
Yeah, they are special kids.
Yeah.
And you're doing, both of you are doing wonderful work in this field. My compliments to you.
Thank you. Thank
You'll get a lot of good wishes from the people whose lives you'll bless.
you. Yes, yes. And the
Swapna,
kind
tell
of
us ki,
love we get is like it's at a different level.
at a different level. True, true. Swapna, what are your plans for the firm? Future plans?
Uh, that's again an interesting one because when we started, of course, life was all normal, and we were looking for good halls and book and have offline workshops, which had actually started with, and then things changed. Nobody imagined such a big change for such a lifetime. Probably, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Forever maybe. So of course, like I said, 2 programs last year. But last year during Navratri, we launched a special program for women, which is called Discover the Gorgeous You. It's a 3 weeks program, and we want to continue that this year as well. And we got a lot of queries from the male friends, so we are thinking of coming up with its gender neutral version. And other than that, now this year we want to target corporates, and we are actually working on some programs especially for the corporates. So yeah, that those are the plans for now. But of course, we'll have to see how things go and what more changes to come.
Thanks for that update. I'm sure you all will do extremely well in the corporates. My best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Yeah, and with the new normal scenario, we also launched our programs for the resilience. Yeah, because
That's
I think
nice.
it's very important for people to have that kind of a resilience when they are trying to cope up with the new normal situation. So it is both at the personal level as well as for the corporates.
We are touching the half-hour mark for the program. My last question, Aarti, Women's Day is just a day away. What is your message to all the ladies of the world?
Thank you, sir. And I feel that it's really my opinion as well as my experience that women are already empowered. They do not need anybody else to come and empower them. And what happens with a woman is playing so many different roles and responsibilities that sometimes she forgets that she has it within her, and every woman is beautiful, she is gorgeous from inside. She just needs that reminder, she just needs that somebody to come and buzz her that yes, you are already there. And I think every woman needs to celebrate that on this woman day, and the men in her life needs to support her while doing that, because women are already dealing with so many things, and biologically also they are so much different than their male counterparts. So they deserve this women's day, I feel. And we have a very special offer, like Swapna said, we have the Discover the Gorgeous You program, and only for this women's day. And since we are having this program today, we are launching it with a very special price. We are putting up a link right away, and it is going to be valid only for till the Women's Day midnight. So I would urge all the women to go ahead and avail this offer. It's not going to come back again.
And I'm sure you'll give a lot of value in that
Yes,
program that you're conducting.
people who have done this program have really given us good feedback.
That's nice. And in case people want to reach you for future events, how do they get in touch with you?
Oh, yes, sure. We have our Gmail ID, screwalifecoaching@gmail.com. You can reach us at that. We will be sharing our business phone number as well, and they can directly WhatsApp us on that. And also our Screwa Life Coaching Facebook page as well as Instagram handle. So you can reach us with all the social media support. And of course, do subscribe to our channels and get your further updates.
Does anyone have any questions? No one. So let me end. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for your time, Aarti and Swapna. It was an interesting and engaging conversation. Both of you are performing human service to humanity by shaping and molding lives. Wish you continued success in your endeavor as you make a difference to society. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much again, sir. It's been a privilege to get interviewed by you. And thanks again one more time to Power Up for organizing. Thanks, Ansi. Thanks, Nisha. And we want more and more people to join our pages. And if they have any queries, they can always write to us and call us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And best wishes to everyone for a very happy Women's Day.